Welcome. Okay.
Episode 5.
Episode 5. Super exciting.
That's a lot of episodes.
This weekend, right? Little father-son.
Oh, yeah.
Father-son podcast. Okay. So I don't think we have... Well, actually, that's not true. We have some FU.
We have some FU.
Right.
A couple episodes ago,
Some follow-up.
we asked, what is a name for something that is neither a cold take nor a hot take? And someone came in. I don't even... Do you have it pulled up? Because I don't even really remember it. It's an acronym, SOUP. It stands for... hold on. I'm unprepared. My goodness. But it is a somewhat obvious, uncontroversial position.
Somewhat
Soup.
obvious. Yeah.
I like that a lot. That is the winner.
I think the question I have is that I want to push back on the temperature.
I know. The commenter did say cold soup, but I like room temperature.
Yeah.
Lukewarm.
Yeah. Luke soup.
Luke soup.
I don't know.
CBTM.
That could be the move. Don't give away all our sponsors.
Is that a sponsor?
Oh, just anyway. I think I like the acronym. I think we got a workshop. It doesn't quite roll off the tongue the way we want it to.
We just need a starter word. Something soup.
Right.
But I like that a lot.
Yeah, I agree.
Right, well,
I agree. Okay. Any other? So appreciate the comments. So the comments effectively
The comments are
blowing
great.
up.
They're awesome. Keep them coming.
Right.
Awesome job, really.
Yeah. Shout out to the listeners.
Makes our job so much easier.
Yeah, for sure. All right. Does it? Maybe.
Whatever.
All right. So should we move on to our first segment?
Let's get into it.
First segment is This Week in Sports.
This Week in Sports.
So we're building out this bracket. We've been talking about it. We've done our draft.
Mm-hmm. Uniform rankings. College football
uniform rankings.
The best sport.
So I'm gonna read the overall rankings. We had one additional late addition to the bracket, which was Tulane out of the American Athletic Conference. Thanks to Pat Stewart on that one.
Are we getting him as a guest?
I think we're gonna try. Yeah, we're gonna try. Could be very interesting.
Awesome.
Yeah, it'd be pretty sweet.
Multiple Super Bowl ring winner.
Yeah. So
wow, we're moving up in the world.
He actually, I think, he sent over his list.
I liked his list. His list was soup.
No. I think that it was good because I think one of the reasons I liked it was he and I are very aligned. Right, so his
old
list
guy mentality
includes a hot take of Virginia Tech, which he then clarified to say the old unis, which of course immediately disqualifies them. His hot take for the Big Ten was Illinois. Gotta like the orange and blue there, but
not a
terrible
soup.
I liked his other hot takes. Colorado.
Colorados are nice.
They're very nice. BYU, the old school kind of Duke blue BYU unis, tough.
Yeah, those are nice,
especially at altitude.
Strong.
He's with you on Ole Miss.
Ole Miss is hard,
and he highlighted the gap on the AAC. We had brought up Temple. I think they've got some very
Army Navy is always a great uniform game.
Yes.
Army won it this year, but Navies are good.
Yeah, I have an allegiance issue there, but Navies are good, and but Tulane by far and away the best of the group of 5. Okay.
All right, let's get into it.
All right, so I'm just going to read you.
We created the bracket.
And we'll share that.
Yeah, it's on the screen right now.
And next step is we're going to solicit votes.
Yeah.
And in small segments at a time. So we're going to chunk out the votes so that we can get it. So are you ready for this?
I'm so ready.
Okay.
Hit me.
Number 1 overall seed, the Ohio State Buckeyes. I'm using my best Greg Gumbel voice also.
Deserved.
Number 2, making their way into the college football playoff, Texas Longhorns.
Okay.
Number 3, overall seed, also making their way into the college football playoff, the Alabama Crimson Tide.
That's strong.
Number 4, in an upset, also out of the SEC, Tennessee Volunteers. So there's your top 4.
Okay.
Second 4. Coming out of the Big Ten, Penn State. Number 6, Oregon Ducks, representing the new school. At 6.
Wow.
The first round matchup.
They're making a run for sure.
Well, they're matched up against the 7 seed in their first game, coming right out of the gates hot against the ACC's finest Clemson Tigers.
That's a good matchup right there.
8 seed. They're going to be insulted. All of our Catholic friends, Notre Dame is the 8 seed.
Okay.
That's the second 4. Okay. Now's where it gets a little interesting. The 9th seed with a tough matchup as far as I'm concerned. The 9th seed is the UCLA Bruins.
Who are they up against?
They're going against the 12th seed. I'll reveal that in a moment.
We'll get there.
The 10th seed, LSU. 11th seed, head-to-head matchup in the first round, Ole Miss. If anybody starts to pick
Ole Miss,
on
LSU?
Yeah. If anyone starts to pick on the seedings, like it's just...
It's because... Oh, it's whatever.
Right. Because we like it unique.
Yeah.
12th seed.
I will say, all of yours are a highly sooner than mine.
No, they're not. No, they're not. 12th seed, USC. So UCLA, USC...
Wow.
Matchup.
Rose Bowl action.
Yeah. All right. And then the next group is the 13th seed is Auburn. The 14th seed is Tulane. The 15th seed is Maryland. And the 16th seed is Louisville.
Don't we have 4 more after that?
We do. The
Louisville, that's low. I mean, I think.
17th seed is Oklahoma State. 18th seed is Kansas State. 19th seed is TCU. Maybe poised to...
TCU could make a run.
Could.
TCU, I'm saying, if they could get to a round where the voting comes into play, because I know you're a hater, but maybe the people are with me.
Actually, little unknown fact: TCU when they really leaned into the Horned Frog logo. This is a solid 25 years ago. They had the Horned Frog drawing, but they were struggling to complete the drawing with the appropriate feet of the frog. Mm-hmm. And the UVA equipment manager drew the feet that they then used for the logo.
Really?
Yep.
I didn't know that. That is a good fun fact.
So TCU's the 19th seed. You care to guess who was left out? Who's the 20th seed?
Tulane?
No. No, Tulane is way up there. Tulane's 14.
Okay. I wasn't really paying attention, so I don't know. Who?
I mean, it has to be the Duke Blue Devils.
Okay. Yeah. That's deserved, frankly.
Right.
But that's going to be fun. Sure. Are we doing a couple matchups right now? Is that what we got?
We can do the playing games right now. I think I actually sort of feel like let's let it simmer. You want to do the matchups right now?
Let's do the plans.
Let's do the plans. Okay.
So then we can, yeah.
I mean, I think we may not get the consensus here. But the first playing game, Tulane in the top half of the bracket here. Tulane versus Maryland.
This one hurts me because I know it needs to be done.
Okay.
Tulane's going to move on.
Tulane is going to advance to play Ohio State.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a sneaky good matchup.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. Maryland is solid, but Tulane's really strong. They could make a Cinderella run.
Against Ohio State. Let's not get carried away. Let it simmer. All right.
Okay.
Let's not get,
all right,
don't be all Seth Davis on this. Okay. Second playing game is the 13th seed Auburn Tigers against the 16th seed Louisville Cardinal.
Wow. That's hard. I love Louisville's. I know which one you're going to pick. You're going to pick Auburn.
I am. That's correct.
Okay.
They're just
I don't
better.
hate that. Yeah.
They're just better.
Auburn. We'll have Auburn move on there.
I think you can argue again. You can nitpick against Louisville. I think there's some really strong parts to Louisville, but you could nitpick.
Yeah, you can. All right. Auburn will move on.
Okay. The next playing game is the 17-18 matchup. That's Oklahoma State against Kansas State.
It's Oklahoma State.
I think you're right.
Yeah. Kansas State's good, but Oklahoma State's.
Yeah, I agree. All right, and then the last one is your TCU Horned Frogs against the Duke Blue Devils.
Everyone hated on a lot of people. I got a lot of hate on my Duke Blue Devils selection.
Yeah.
Well, TCU's better. I think TCU's are better.
I do too.
All right, then we're all right. So then we have the matchups are set now.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So we'll publish that.
Voting on the Instagram story. If you're not following Instagram, what are you doing?
All right. Agreed.
For all things This Weekend podcast related.
Mm-hmm.
Voting will probably be up Thursday night maybe. Depends when I get this published.
No problem. All right.
That's
exciting.
That's exciting. I'm very interested to see what the public thinks.
I think the other thing we need to be soliciting feedback on the existing matchups and any seeding feedback as well.
Well, the seeding's set in stone. We could actually do a reseed.
No, we're not doing that.
Like after the first matchups, like
we
get the winners of all these matchups, then we reseed them, like the final 8 or whatever.
We could do that. I do like the idea of reseeding.
A reseed for the final 4.
Although I think these matchups are pretty interesting. Like you got
Elite
Penn State, Tennessee, you got LSU, Ole Miss, you got Alabama, Auburn.
Just headliners.
You got Ohio State, Tulane. You got Notre Dame, TCU, Clemson, Oregon, Texas, Oklahoma State, USC, UCLA. A lot of regional matchups. It's almost like we planned it out.
We didn't.
But we didn't.
Yeah, no, we didn't. All right. Well, moving on. Sports related. Yeah. Did you see, like, the breakdown of Shohei Ohtani's deal?
I did.
I don't think it should be allowed.
But it's actually, I saw also that it is expressly allowed in the collective bargaining agreement. Why shouldn't it be allowed?
Because what he's doing is he's taking a $2 million salary off of a $700 million deal for I don't know how many years, and then he gets like $68 million a year.
Right.
They're gonna make a power they're gonna be the next Golden State Warriors from 2016.
What's wrong with that?
Because then nobody else will come out of the National League. As long as they beat the Phillies, I guess.
Wow, this changed fast. But, I mean, the Golden State Warriors didn't, win 6 in a row or anything.
Right, but it's what it's going to turn into. What I'm afraid is it's going to turn into, super teams where it'll be the Dodgers versus someone in the AL. Maybe the Yankees, given their new signing, Soto, the hometown kid. I don't know. I don't like it. Something about it.
But you got to balance out the fact that you also showed me the Instagram, or we talked about this Instagram post that was like, every time I turn on the Angels game, Mike Trout just hit his second home run of the game, and Shohei Ohtani's pitched 6 scoreless innings, and then it's but the Angels lost 5-3.
Yeah, but that's because the Angels are terrible. The Dodgers are good.
Yeah.
I guess we'll see. I don't know enough baseball to be.
Clayton Kershaw coming back, so other teams have hope.
I was going to say, is that good?
For the rest of the league in the playoffs.
True. Diamondbacks are happy about that.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
I think the other interesting thing that came up is that, it's deferred income, and he's probably not going to live in California when this contract's over, but California is still going to take the taxes. And while he's in California, the tax rate for over $1 million is 50%, maybe 60%.
Oh, I
so on a $2 million salary, I mean, the guy's,
I mean, I saw something, he's making as much as Ken Griffey Jr.
Right.
Ken Griffey Jr. is retired.
Yeah, wild. That's wild. It's a lot of money, that's for sure.
I mean, it sounds like he's only taking $2 million, given that the rest of his contract is worth so much, incredibly much.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, it's kind of noble, I guess.
I mean,
he wants to win.
Yeah, exactly. All right. So you've come around. I feel like
I can't make up my mind.
Okay. All right. Good to know. All right. So what else you got sports-wise?
That's it. I just want to talk about that.
Yeah. Okay.
Because it's puzzling.
No love for the Lakers winning the in-season tournament?
In-season tournament doesn't matter. Although I did like to see, I did like to see LeBron, who's a billionaire, playing very hard for 500K. Like I saw memes saying like he's playing like his sons are not gonna get food on the table if he doesn't get that 500K. Although Bronny passing him in NCAA scoring points.
Yeah, I think he's passing the torch, like collegiate points record headed over to Bronny for the James family. I'm
very interested in that, actually. Like, we're entering an interesting period where a lot of sons and like offspring, what's the word?
That's a word.
Are becoming big name. Like, I'm just gonna segue this right into music. Kanye West supposedly dropping this Friday. Well, apparently one of the features on the album is Northwest, his daughter.
Really?
Yeah. And like obviously we had Drake give his son the feature, which was more of a joke thing. But now we got Bronny, like all these like sons and daughters are, and it's gonna be interesting to see how many of them actually. I'm interested to see how many of them actually like stay in the game or the industry that they get planted in, whether they actually care or it's just their parents making them do it.
Yeah, me too. You get the irony, right?
I don't get the irony.
Oh, well.
Oh, yeah, no, I get the irony. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I'm glad you got the irony.
I got it. That's funny. I didn't even realize that.
Yeah, how about that? Although I'm not making you do this.
No.
Right.
Not me.
Okay.
All right. Well, I just transitioned us perfectly.
Into music, yeah. This week in music. So, you got anything you want to bring up?
Yeah, well, obviously, I already said it, but supposedly a new Kanye West album coming this Friday. And I was worried like he's not going to actually drop it because it's Kanye. Whatever.
Yeah, he might not.
But it's available for pre-ad on Apple Music already, which means it's probably coming. At least, I think. We also got a new Carti single, Playboi Carti. He didn't release it on the streaming, but he posted it on his Instagram. It was like a full 2-minute song. It's very good. I don't remember the name.
I haven't listened to that.
I haven't. That's because I haven't played it for you.
I mean, hey, you don't know if I follow him or not.
Right, that's true. Another new single that came out though.
Yeah.
My boy Lil Yachty dropped "Gimme the Lite." It's so good. He does. There's this one point in the song where he goes like I can't sing. I regretted that as soon as I started singing.
We're definitely sharing that. Oh. That's going on the Instagram. Okay.
Whatever.
Okay.
Listen to the song.
Yeah.
Because there's a bar where he goes and you'll be able to tell which it is that I'm trying to recreate.
Sure.
Where his voice gets all reverberated. Something that he's been doing lately with his latest like songs, I just love the style.
Okay.
Because it's not his old stuff, but it's also not like his stuff like Let's Start Here, where it's like super alternative. It's somewhere in the middle of it, and I'm very enjoying it. Do you have anything music related?
I do.
Hit me.
Okay, so you suggested that I listen to Tory Lanez.
Alone at Prom. Great album, yeah.
Yeah, so how did you find this album?
Well, I actually got hip to it because he's in jail, and the album just like did bits. You know what I'm saying? Like it did better than all of his previous albums, even though it didn't get promoted by a record label. It was like independent. It got blacklisted from being on it was not, you couldn't add it to your playlists. You had to search for it to find it, and it still did. The numbers are ridiculous, but he did like as many streams, and so I thought, and I gave it a listen. I liked it, but it's weird for me to listen to Tory Lanez and have that sound, and then have in the back of my head, you haven't seen it, but the clip of him freestyling on Aiden Ross's stream, and then having like songs like Ferris Wheel and Stupid Again, like it just didn't match up for me.
I was very surprised by what I was listening to.
It's almost like it's almost like no. It's almost like the Mac Miller album Circles, kind of, but I'm
maybe
trying to think.
Vibe-wise. But the thing is, here are my notes. On Pluto's Last Comment, which is the song on the album, he's sampling "Get Into the Groove" by Madonna.
There were a lot of samples on it as well, which I liked.
He's sampling "Get Into the Groove" by Madonna and Rick Astley separately. on Enchanted Waterfall, he's sampling George Michael.
Yeah.
And on Winona's Workshop, he samples a Belle Biv DeVoe beat. I mean, this is like...
I don't even know who that is.
Oh, my goodness gracious. And you want to say you know music. I think the thing that was interesting to me is like it's very nostalgic. Like even for me, I was like, wait,
it felt like very disco-y.
Super disco-y. I mean, it was
surprising. Like,
yeah.
You don't look at Tory Lanez, someone who's in jail for like gun-related violence. Right.
Not ideal.
Obviously. And to put out an album that makes you wanna.
Yeah, no, I mean it's I've listened to it more than once because I was kind of so taken aback by it. I was like, is this
it takes a couple listens.
Am I listening?
For sure.
It's a little bit 80s, 90s for sure, vibe. In fact, there's a song I meant to look up the artist like about Cheerwine that the people that are my generation are going to know exactly what song I'm talking about if they listen to this album. It reminded me of. Anyway, so that was a big surprise.
Good album.
Pretty good.
Yeah. What do you give it out of 10?
Oh, it's a little ranking action. I like this. I think I give this a solid 6.7, 6.8.
That's low. You just praised it and then just said.
Well, I think, yeah,
so
but
a strong 6 is what.
Oh yeah, it's just under a 7, which is
okay.
If you're 7 or above, I think you're making it onto some playlists.
That's what I also. There's no playlist songs on it.
Well, so now that's how we ended up at 6.8.
Good. Okay. Yeah. No. I can. All right. That's why I asked.
Yeah.
All right.
Did you have any more abbreviations from...
I have more abbreviations for you.
Okay. So could you remind everybody what we're talking about?
Young Thug on trial for RICO. His lawyer came up with an abbreviation, pushing positivity for pushing P, and Young Thug is truly humbled under God.
Right.
Young Thug posted this to his Instagram, then deleted it. But obviously it's the internet. Someone got a screenshot.
Sure.
This is from Young Thug directly. We got Swag, someone who admires God. YSL, Young Soldiers of the Lord. It gets better. Slat, show love all the time.
Oh my gosh.
Op, overly positive pal.
No.
Yeah. Look, it's on his Instagram.
Oh my gosh.
Slime, seeing Lord in me every day. Gang, going above normal guys.
Come on.
And then we have Glock. Guarding lives, overcoming challenges knowingly.
See, I mean, what's your takeaway on that?
It's a bit too far.
A bit? I think he has blown past too far.
It's funny, only if it's a joke.
But
if
I mean, he shouldn't be
intended to be satirical.
Okay.
Satirical, is that word worthy?
I don't know. Can you define it?
Intending to be satire?
You cannot use the word. But
throw it up on the screen. Satirical.
But the thing is, I think the thing that's weird to me is it feels desperate and
it does,
and a very flimsy attempt at covering up what he's actually been talking about.
Right. Mm-hmm. If it is indeed trying to be used in an attempt to get him freed from whatever he's on the verge of being sentenced to, then it is not. He's getting locked up, first off, if that's the case.
Sure.
But if it's as a joke, I don't hate it that much.
I mean, but if you were his lawyer and he put that up as a joke, you'd be like, dude, what are you doing? Time and place, man. Time and place.
I just
I mean, you think it's funny, but
I think it's funny. Show love all the time.
I mean, but the thing is, he's not going to think it's funny.
He posted it on his Instagram.
That's just proof that, some people think that they're above the law, and that's not right either.
That's true. I did see, I was watching my favorite podcast, A Safe Place Pod, with Lil Yachty, and he's talking with his co-host, Mitch. If he gets out of it, if he comes back from jail, he's going to do insane numbers. Because if you think about, albums or music that's been released, after you come out from jail, it always does bits because there's so much publicity.
Yeah. I don't love that, but okay. I'm not saying it's wrong.
I just thought it was interesting. I just thought it was interesting.
Yeah. Well, I'm not sure we should be rewarding this kind of behavior, but
obviously not.
And yet here we are.
That's why he's going to jail. Like,
yeah, well,
guess who's going to jail? If he
such a good song.
Such a good song.
Oh God, that song's good.
Ooh, should I leak our idea?
Sure.
Donda, one of Kanye's worst albums.
Wow, yeah. I mean, so we're gonna.
But that song's so good, and it has so many good songs. But a little sneak peek for you. Discography album rankings. I think we could have your sister on. We're gonna start. If we do this, we're starting with Taylor Swift. Okay, but then we have to go right to Kanye.
I mean, we can
the
negotiate
duality
that.
Of man.
Boy, oh boy.
I saw a quote from him said, "If you're a Kanye West fan, it's not just that you're a Kanye West fan. It's that you're a fan of yourself."
I mean, seriously, like, but he said some stuff that, like, no. You don't just get to gloss it over it. Like, it's not okay. It's not okay. Like, you can make mistakes. I got it, but like, holy moly, it's not okay.
That is true.
Okay, great. Let's just.
I will still be listening to the album.
Okay. No, let's just leave it there. Leave it there. All right. Okay, so that's a good music segment. So this week in
my mind. All right, Dad. I came across this as I was going through the infinite scroll, as I do.
Putting in work on that lately,
as so many of my peers do.
Doesn't make it right.
No, it was mere a comment on the situation that we are in. How do you do the math problem 7 plus 6? Do you just say that's 13?
This feels like
7 plus 6 is 13, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah,
you just say 7 plus 6 is 13?
Memory, yeah.
Okay.
Because I got to remember, I don't have a math brain, but yeah.
Right. And then how would you do 29 plus 13?
I mean, I would just do the 9 plus the 3.
Okay.
And then I would carry that through.
See, this is where it gets interesting.
Which is why I think I'm bad at stuff like this in my head.
Because
a lot of times I just round it up, too. I'd be like 44 minus, you know what I mean?
I find it fascinating the different ways you could do it.
Yeah.
Because how I do it, 7 plus 6. Okay, well, to get to 10, we have to take 3 from 6 to get to 10. So then we have 7 plus 3. We have 3 left over, so it's 13.
I don't even understand what you just
29 plus 13, we have a 9. So we have to take 1 from 13 to get to 30. So we have 30 plus 12.
42.
42.
Whoa. No,
that's just how I do it. I don't like.
Where did you get that?
Because I can only add from like.
I mean,
zeros.
I didn't teach you that.
Well, you didn't teach me much math to begin with.
Watch your mouth when you're talking to me.
Yes, sir.
I'm just kidding.
No, I think it's so fascinating, right?
Yeah. But did you learn in elementary school like the 5s column and is that how you got to this? The 5s and the 10s column thing with the blocks. You know what I'm talking about?
No, I don't know what you're talking about. Oh yeah. With like you had like the little block, and you had the rod, and you had the base.
Yes.
Yeah, we did have that.
Did that maybe contribute to this? Maybe
that's a good poll. I think so.
Now look who's teaching somebody math.
I like because I can't do addition unless unless one of them ends in 0.
Also mildly problematic for a different reason, but okay. Yeah. Yeah. Whoa. I wonder how many people do it. Your way's good.
I like my way. I mean,
I feel like now I'm gonna get asked a simple math problem in a work setting, and I'm gonna get locked up trying to do it your way. Everyone's gonna be like.
But the thing is, like, you say you'll get locked up, but that's just like, if I have to add something in my head, that's how I do it. You know what has happened a lot to me recently, though?
What?
I'll be doing whatever calculations I need to be doing, or just anything. This is just applicable to all. Have you ever, like, had to, like, look something up or calculate it, and as you're typing it in, the answer comes to you? Like, I'll be doing math, and as I'm typing it in my calculator, I'm like, I know what that is, and then I'll just have to delete it. It's so annoying.
Old guy over here doesn't use a calculator very much.
I forget.
I'll be sliding the appropriate beads over on the abacus. No, I think the only thing that's similar for me would be like, there are times when, you know, a lot of times I'm looking at it as like a spreadsheet as it relates to a forecast or something, and I'll be like, well, something's wrong with that number.
Right.
Intuitively, I'll know it, but I won't have been able to do the math. It'll stand out.
It's fascinating. I'm just fascinated with how our brains work.
Yeah. Yeah, hence the segment.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
Do we have time for one more?
mean,
Because I got a question for you.
All right, let's see.
This is music related also.
Okay.
Have you ever set a song as an alarm and then had that song ruined for you?
Yeah.
What
Multiple
song?
times.
It's the worst.
I think Africa by Toto for a while there.
Yeah.
And then I got close on my favorite band, and I bailed out of using songs altogether. I was using Golden by My Morning Jacket.
Oh, such a good song.
Such a good song. And I was like, wait, why am I setting this to my alarm? That's also when I had a different relationship with my alarm and sleep in general. I wasn't getting enough sleep, and so my alarm was much more painful. Mm-hmm. Now, like, I mean, I'm,
Up and at 'em.
A little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit.
100% you are.
Yeah. So I think, and I don't mind. I think the biggest innovation for me was the fade in on the alarm.
I don't have that.
You absolutely have that.
Mine just comes
but not
in.
on a song. But that's
Good morning.
Yeah. Right. I mean, but that's because you're using a song. But if you use one of the alarms on the phone, you can fade it in, and so it's nice.
I choose mine. Good Morning by Kanye because it always makes me chuckle.
Yeah. No. I mean, that's good though. But are you worried you're gonna burn it out?
Oh, it's burned out because if I hear the song, I'm like, oh, I have to get up for school.
Yeah.
But like,
maybe you should just go to bed earlier and it would be okay.
It is so hard.
It's not that hard, but okay.
I literally last night I got in bed at
what could it
10
be?
o'clock.
What could it be?
No, and I put my phone away. I didn't touch my phone, and I just laid there.
But what did you do from 9:15 until 10 o'clock?
I like to invoke my Fifth Amendment rights.
I mean, okay. That's why, though.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, it's okay with me if you don't want to take recovery seriously.
I was in bed trying to fall asleep at 10. That is a step in the right direction.
You could make the argument that it might be the second most important step, not the first most.
Look, I'm sorry I can't be in bed by 9 like you.
I mean, are you sorry? That did not sound like a sincere apology.
I'm envious.
All right. So I think we've got
Anyway.
I forgot to mention your segues were so good. We didn't mention that we want to shout out Could Be the Move on Instagram, CBTM.
CBTM.
I mean,
literally my favorite page on Instagram.
Oh, really?
Other than This Weekend podcast.
Oh, there you go.
Follow it.
All right, and then I think
No, but it is. It's so good. Should I give a premise? No, whatever.
No. Here's my point though. So what I'm going to say is that there's also a company we want to highlight this week called Fulton and Roark, FULTON and ROARK.com. They sell fragrances like shampoos, whatever, but they have a cologne.
Oh, you have their cologne, don't you?
That is, it's actually like a hard cologne. So it's easy to travel. It's non-liquid. And I'm just to say like a non-liquid cologne, CBTM.
Could be the move.
Could be the move. So
It's all right.
wow, people are loving that. Everybody's loving the background noise here. Okay, I think that does it for this week. Let's hit the David Cutter. Wrap it up.